This talk is titled The Wake Up Artist, and it's about how meditation will make you realize that you are the secret, sacred ingredient that will save the world through creative self-expression. Because the more you meditate, the more you will realize your passion, purpose, motivation, and radical responsibility to creatively express yourself. And the more you creatively express yourself, the more you will inspire others to transform and creatively express themselves. And you can see where this is going. Eventually, everyone is creatively expressing themselves, and everyone is a beacon for transformation, spreading love and compassion around the planet. So Carl Jung said, the reason there is evil in the world is because we are unable to tell our stories. So how do we fix that? In 2015, Red Bull launched a project called Hacking Creativity. It was the largest meta-analysis of creativity ever conducted, including over 30,000 studies interviewing thousands of creatives. It came to two major conclusions. One, creativity is the most important skill for thriving in the 21st century. And two, we are terrible at training for it. Because we keep trying to train a skill when what we want to train for is a state of consciousness. And meditation trains for this state of consciousness and stabilizes it through repetition. So the creative state and the meditative state are nearly identical. In almost every way we know how to measure these things. You can consider the creative flow state like the active sister version of the meditative state. So in terms of subjective experience, active brain structures, active neural networks, dominant brainwave frequencies, and neurochemical profiles, these states match up almost perfectly across the board. And there is a ton of evidence to support the theory that the more you repeat a state, such as the meditative state, what researchers call a non-ordinary state of consciousness or an altered state of consciousness, the more you repeat that state, the more likely the characteristics of that state are going to take root and become long-lasting, stable traits. So the hallmarks, the characteristics of these states are divided into four categories in most recent studies. And they are selfless, meaning you don't necessarily lose your identity of self, but you stop overanalyzing it. You are no longer overanalyzing every little detail. Your physical sense of yourself also can feel like it's expanding. There is your inner critic will silence. There is a move towards empathy, compassion, and love, altruism. The next one is timeless. Time can seem like it's slowing down, speeding up, or not exist at all. Researchers call this time dilation, and you're plunged into what researchers call the deep now. And that basically means you're not worrying about what you did 5 minutes ago. You're not worrying about what you have to do an hour from now. You are here in the present moment. The next one is effortless. Pretty self-explanatory. Things flow more easily. There's a seamless transition from one thing to the next. Action and awareness seem to merge. You no longer think, oh, I need to pick up this glass of water and drink it. You just do it. And then the fourth one is richness. So your sensory perceptions are heightened. You're taking in more information per second, but you're also able to process that information faster, better. You're able to connect information in new and novel ways, and you're basically experiencing reality in higher definition. So these characteristics are necessary, foundational, integral in developing what's necessary for creative self-expression. It will give you the abilities of emotional recognition and emotional regulation, being able to identify the important thing that you want to communicate, and then having the skill to communicate that creatively, effectively, and clearly. Basically, you can communicate better, you can find what you want to say better, and you can communicate those things in a clear manner. Meditation will ultimately lead you to a realization of cosmic unity, an understanding of interdependence of the whole. Not only will it give you the ability to creatively express yourself, but it will give you the realization that every moment has the full potential to be experienced as the most beautiful piece of art imaginable, being co-created by all of us simultaneously. And a realization that true attainment is through giving. Because once you taste and experience these magical, rewarding, beautiful things, the only thing you really want to do is share it with other people. Picasso said the meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to share it. Because I think the best gift you can give to other people is to be a full, true, realized version of yourself. Because when you communicate and when you express yourself vulnerably, without fear, you reach people in ways you could have never imagined. And the more you do that, the more love you bring into this world, the brighter you shine as a beacon for transformation, inspiring others. The more they are beacons of inspiration, inspiring others. And you will create a beautiful network of inspired, awakened individuals that are constantly feeding loving energy into each other and growing and including more people. Eventually, catalyzing the evolution of human consciousness and the restoration of our planet. Okay, I'll just leave that. And the restoration of our planet, turning the planet itself into a giant beacon of pure love energy, beginning the process again on a larger scale. Now the planet is a planetary beacon for other planets, inspiring other planets to transform. And this process will repeat again until we reach planetary evolution and then galactic evolution, and so on and so forth throughout the universe until we reach every corner of it, eventually transcending time, space, and dimension as we know it, sending pure love energy out, echoing through eternity into the loving void. And that's why you should meditate. To support cosmic evolution through creative self-expression. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being beacons of inspiration to me. This has been so magical and wonderful, and thank you all for co-creating this magical moment together.